perfume that basically acts like the Rev Mist, and that you get a 94%. What perfume can give you a 94% reduction in hair breakage?
Nothing. There's nothing like it. You know, and there's nothing like this. I really love this scalp scrub. Okay, this is a super size.
It's so important.
This is the coolest thing. So every now and then you're gonna use this instead of your regular shampoo, and it is a Moroccan lava clay, which I love the texture. It is like a true, like a paste. See, we've got some here.
It's kind of like oatmeal.
It turns into foam when you get it wet, but you are scrubbing away dead skin, product buildup, oil.
They're all different. So this is that was honey, I believe.
Look at that, dirt and debris, and you get volume because it lifts the hair at the roots because your scalp's no longer compacted with all that gritty, gross stuff. Look at this. I mean, it is like literal clay. That's all. That's a lot.
Okay, coconutty.
Yeah. Let's go through what we have while we have it, because this is the $94 tub for $34.99.
It's so cool.
It really is
less than 5% water, just so you know, so that it'll shrink. The weight's always going to be the same. That's why we have to put it into a bigger size container, because when we first put it in, it's right to the brim. And then it starts settling because it's a clay. But the craziest product you ever tried, but the most important, if you can't get the before and afters, if for any reason, what we show you, you should be getting it home. They're not overdone. Like, there's no magic. This is the real deal.
Well, real quick, bamboo honey green tea. I only have 300. I know the Tulipia Très Chic about the same, 250. This one is almost like rose, isn't it? It's really pretty.
I know you do.
And then what are the other two that we have? I'm just trying to read the labels. Honey Lux and Cocoa Nutty. Now look at this. You've just rolled this into a bowl.
It just shows you that like there's no water. It's like a meat the boule.
Meat the boule. It's like clay, but you can feel the granules that kind of scrub your scalp. It feels amazing when you do it.
There's different types of salt. There's high elevation, the Himalayan, the Celtic, Dead Sea as well. And that basically is the trigger. So when you put that, and the way I would suggest using it, like you put your hands into it, rub it between your hands like you got basically like a mud mitt. Right? Then leave the jar outside, because that way you don't use too much of it. You go into the shower, first turn it on before you put it in your hands. Your hands now become the delivery. So you run your fingers through the hair. When it's off your hands, and by the time you're massaging it through, it'll lather up, you're done. That's the trigger, and that's how you use the perfect amount and the proper way of using it. Sorry it took years to figure that. I figured that out about 7 months ago.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, that is like the coolest way, because I got the best out of it.
Yeah.
And then your before and afters will match. And the reason why they might not be matching, and this has been a culprit, silicones that build up into the hair. These days, silicones are really fierce. They're these cones, and you might say, but it doesn't read any different. It says dimethicone. There's 200 types of dimethicone, and you can list it just as dimethicone, but there's dimethicones that they're using on the floor in a warehouse to slide heavy stuff over, right? So, that same dimethicone can be found in a product. And that's what you don't know, but I'm always testing and using our cleansers and anything to rinse it out. That's how I know I can get it to that point. I can't get shampoos to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be just too much. So you bring the scrub in, and the scrub, the exfoliating side of it, removes all that. It gives me a clean canvas. And that's how you see every model that comes in, we hit them with the scrub.
It's like a reset.
Because we don't know what's in their hair, right? So we start at ground zero, and it's a clean canvas. You don't paint on a dirty one. You will get these results, and that's why we discount it. Like, you got over a year's supply. Using it once a week, it replaces your shampoo. You still use your conditioner. This is that reset, and it plays a huge role from hair loss. If you're using dry shampoos, this is a must-have, because you're compacting. You don't wash your hair every day. You got hairsprays, and you're going to bed with it. It's like going to sleep with your makeup. You wouldn't do that. And if you do, well, you don't do it for 3 days straight. What happens? You clog pores. It's just a lot of negative stuff happens.
Your scalp is skin. It's like we forget that, right?
Very important. Even
it all builds up.
You got hair growing out of it.
Right.
You want to keep the hair? You got to keep that environment clean and balanced.
Well, I always say when I use this scrub, it feels like my scalp can breathe.
Like
it truly, it feels amazing. It's almost like I can feel the breeze through my hair and on my scalp better. That's the experience, the sensation.
Yeah, you don't want to feel that breeze because you don't have any hair left.
Correct. You want lots of hair for it to blow through.
Women are getting affected. I see it. I could hear it. and the calls, the letters. It's becoming a big thing. A lot more chemicals. We're not getting the nutrients out of our food, like our vegetables. And
Yeah.
5 feet deep, you got to go now, like in
Yeah.
your soils.
Yeah.
So think of it, that's going to affect like the nutrients that you need. You got to find other ways of putting it back.
Look at this.
Yeah, you can see like
Look at this before and after.
you can see scalp.
Right.
Afterwards, again, you're basically compounding, and you're like on that, and you don't see it, and sometimes you can't even feel it, and it just builds up and builds up, builds up. The one noticing factor, it could be like just look at your hair. If it's not shiny and it stays dull, it's not responding to styling. Hair in the brush, hair in the drain, that's accelerating. And the biggest one is the wispy hairs. Like you think that you're just getting old and your hair's thinning out. That's a dead giveaway. Think of it, I'll dumb it down. So the hole that your hair is coming out of is now filling in, and then your hair has to push harder through.
Makes sense.
And it's just becoming thinner because it's got a little space to come out of now.
Yeah.
It's just filling that space,
So
and
it's gotta go
eventually
smaller to get out.
gets smaller and smaller, and that wispies turn into nothing. And at that point, it's too late. Then it's surgery, if even that could work. But if you catch it early enough, then you can be 58, 68, 78. My mom, she's 87.
Wow.
Like my dad's hitting 90.
Wow.
His hair started growing back. Well, he had a heart attack. He had a stroke. And then I forget, he's on some medication that his hair went from gray to dark. Like, he looks like he is Benjamin Button.
That's
and a
wild.
combination of all the stuff I've been giving him as well. Yeah, like my mom's been through alopecia and everything else that she's been through in the hospital. So I've been tested with everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and this scrub, I always go to it as it's your reset. You gotta reset and just start with that clean canvas, because everyone's making their shampoos, cleansers a lot more milder, right? But everyone's making their chemicals, the silicones and the bonding agents so much stronger. And Amanda knows as well, because this was a game changer for her.
And you'll notice everybody's lift is at the root. It's like because it's not being, and you're not, because you're teasing or adding another product, because you're taking away all that buildup and that compacted skin and debris and products. It kind of lifts like a magnet.
It feels good. It's like that
It feels
spot on
so
the back.
amazing.
You get a good scratch.
You know those head scratcher things that are like, they look like a spider, they're the wires, and you go up and down on your, like, it feels like, this is what that feels like to me because of the scrubbies.
Scratch the dog.
Makes your leg go.
Yeah, your leg's gonna go. It'll just put that little wiggle.
Well, look, we've got 4 scents. Bamboo honey green tea is flying out of here.
That's the original. That's the
That's
spa.
a beautiful scent.
Still my favorite.
Bamboo, honey, and green tea. And then we have the Tulipia Très Chic, which is like rose.
Yeah, that's my
Really
first rose.
pretty.
I gotta say, it's my second favorite.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's sexy.
I'm holding it to you like you've never smelled it before.
No, I love that
I'm like,
one.
here, smell this. Oh, it's amazing.
I made myself a fragrance out of that.
It's really good. We have
Because
honey
I don't like
lux.
the grandma rose, I always call it.
No, yeah, this is more
No,
like, this
no.
is fresh.
Yes.
Honey Lux, we have Cocoa Nutty as well. I know
those
Amanda.
two are, when they're gone, they're gone. Because
okay.
they're not ever coming back.
Okay, so make sure you grab those if you need them. I know we have Amanda standing by, your wife Amanda, which she has just got such gorgeous hair. And Amanda, we have watched your hair change over the years thanks to using all of these products.
Yeah.
How do you like to incorporate the scalp scrub into your routine?
This is one of my favorite products, and it was such a game changer for me. I was modeling internationally, so you can imagine the amount of products I had sprayed on my hair and scalp over the years. Wow. Yeah. So this really helped to reset with the shampoo conditioner. If you're new to Tweaked, I would recommend shampoo, conditioner, and the scrub. Start with those 3. And yeah, you can feel the difference after you use this, when you get out of the shower. It just feels clean. You don't have that buildup under your nails if you scratch your scalp. And I love the bamboo green tea. It's my favorite scent. It smells like a day at the spa. And it's just a beautiful, kind of unique, because you're getting this clay. And it's really thick. You can put it upside down. It's not going to go anywhere. You can literally roll it in a ball.
How much do you use, Amanda? Show them.
Yeah, so I use about a teaspoon. That's all you need. It's going to lather, so you want to apply it to your scalp. I like to bring my hands underneath so I really get into the scalp area. And once it starts lathering, just rinse it out. And yeah, a little goes a long way.
And it will, when it runs down your hair, it's cleaning your hair as well. But you're right, really focus on that scalp area and get it in there.
It's the most important. Like the rest, the shampoo will get rid of it. Where we have a tough time in this industry is what's sticking to the scalp and what's causing an imbalance. And when that happens, you got to get to it pretty quickly. Otherwise, you let it go, let it go. The wispies, all the signs are there, but sometimes you don't notice it. You will notice it in the before and after, but no one does that.
Yeah.
I need to do my before and after today.
Right.
No, and that's why you notice it here, and they're dramatic.
Yeah,
it's a buildup, and once you get rid of it, color goes back, like, because you see it in the before, the yellow.
You're right.
That's silicones that are building up over top and diffusing it, and then the sun. If the sun is out, it's going to basically oxidize it.
Yeah.
Right? Or it's the minerals from your water even that are building up. Because if you have, like, even our water's changed over all the years. City water, more chemicals in it. And then the wells, well, the hard water.
Yeah, and it's a big business now, these filters for your shower heads, because people are like, get this for your hair and your skin.
But even those filters, like, it's not like it was a meter on it. It's a guessing game too, right?
So this is your best defense. This is your best bet, and I